This daf Yom Yerushalmi Terumos. The Artscroll Oz V'Hadar edition. We have daf Saivav Merav at Halacha Vav, which is also called in Mishnah Yud, and that is in the Vilna, right at the top of Nun Gimel Amud Beis. Also Halacha Vav. Also Mishnah, but it doesn't say that Mishnah Yud. Okay. Anything which is soaked together, the mutarim. They're mutar, so that you soak vegetables of truma with vegetables of chulin. They're mutar. Meaning chulin is mutar zorim. Even though normally say kavush, something with tofu trade powers can be bushas like it's cooked, but here, it's since Chumas Yerek is the Rabbanan, they were a maker. That is, I'm not going to be exempt from first Israel and Mishnah Rabbi Nasan. I don't know what that is. Ella imachasios, except for the chasios, which are the onion family, such as onions, leeks, scallions, etc., because they have a sharp taste. Chasis shalchum, chasis shal chuma. We have chasis of chulin, chasis of chuma, yerek shal chulin, yerek shal chuma, asur. I'm sorry, yerek shal chulin, chasis shal chuma, asur. Chasis of chuma obviously gives taste. I have a chasis shal chulin, yerek shal chuma, but if the chasis, the onion family, with a vegetable of chuma, that's mutter because it's not going to give. Yerek's not going to give the onion taste. The onion is giving the yerek taste. Okay, that is the first part of the Mishnah. The second part of the Mishnah is Mishnah Aleph, Rabbi Yossi Omer Kolani Shlokim, anything which is cooked. Shlokim is usually very heavily cooked. Im HaTrodim, with beets. A certain awesome nation, nice name Esatam, because beets give, just like the chasios give a time when soaking, beets give a time also when heavily cooking. Rabbi Shimon Omer, kruv shel shakya, a kruv, a cabbage of shakya, which grows in a base of shachin where there isn't enough rain. They have to irrigate it, and therefore the whatever grows is kind of dry. In kruv shel baal, with the cabbage that grew in a field which gets ample rain water and therefore doesn't have to be irrigated. Also, because that one is the cabbage from the, assuming that's truma cabbage, I think that's important. The kruv shel baal, since it's very moist, imparts a taste to the kruv shel shakya, which is very dry and absorbs it. Akiva Americom is bashlim zemzeh utarim eliam abasar. Any which is all vegetables of truma which get mixed cooked with other things. You can remove the vegetables of truma, and the rest is mutter because, like we saw already, whatever they emit is not usr. Ella im habasar, except for meat, because meat absorbs the taste of the vegetable, and that enhances the taste of the meat, and therefore it has the status of truma. Liver, asses, whatever it's cooked with, doesn't come usr if it's cooked with truma. Because liver always emits and doesn't absorb. That was the next part of the Mishnah. And then we have the Mishnah base, which is the final part of the Mishnah. You have a egg which is cooked with spices of truma or orla, asurin. Also, even the yolk is also because it absorbs, not just the white, also the yolk. To make water in which you soaked or cooked. Truma is also for a non-kohen. This is the end of the Gemara, Mishnah, in the beginning of the Gemara. So Rabbi Yechon said, going back to the beginning of the Mishnah where we soak vegetables, leis kan nichbashin, but the Rash, the Gemara explained, don't say the Mishnah about only nichbashin. Leis kan, it says leis kan rak nichbashin, ella nishlakin, but even nishlakin. they also are have the same status. Why? Because it's interesting. The Rash says the shlukin means they're cooked a little bit. I thought shlukas usually cooked a lot. What does the article say? No, it also says Mishal Muad Kushir Machal Ben Jusai. So Rashi here in the Dorim. Then the others say differently, because he says, however, to look in the beer of Chaim Kanievsky in the Mishnah. Let's look at the beer of Chaim Kanievsky in the Mishnah. Above, right? Oh, Nichboshin in the Mishnah. I know. Shlukin. Shlukin. Shlichu Bishal Kai De Iri. It's even less. It's Bishal De Iri. This is not even light cooking. Okay. My whole life I understood this incorrectly. Boy, that's scary. Look this up here in Daf Be'ir on the Dorim Daf Mem Test. The three Burim and Shalok. The Farish writes that it means Mevushal Yosemidai, which is the way I always understood it. Ran writes Shalok is also Mevushal Yosemidai, and that's what people usually mean. No, so it says B'Lasha Talmud Shalok is Mevusha Yotzmidai, but B'Lash Mnei Adam Shalok is Basha V'Lo Basha Shei V'Vushal Kol Tzorko. And the Rashba writes it's Kamachal Ben Drusai, and he brings Shekach Mash V'Yushalmi B'Tshuma Sheshalok Upachas K'Mevusha. He writes it B'Shas Shalok Mash B'Gam Kach V'Gam Goes came down Hach Mnei Asher B'Nei Achalosh V'Yodam goes Davar Shalois Basha Kol Tzorko. Okay, so it can mean both. In this Yerushalmi, the Rashba says it's Klor Mashma, that it means something which is not Mevusha Kol Tzorko. Okay, and the Reb Chaim Kanievsky takes it down even a further notch. It says it's something which is Aidei Irui. Okay, so later on, maybe Leiskan Nichbashin, it's not just Nichbashin, only Shlukim, even the Shlukim, which is Bishul Kal. Nevertheless, Kavish Kroteachu. Kavish is like Roteach. If Kavish is mutter, then Shalok is certainly mutter. But this Shalok is like Roteach, but not necessarily Shalok of the Bavli, which is Mevushal way more. But that's of course not discussing. Chanina Tirta B'Shem Rabbi Yosha said Chasis b'Chasis min b'mino. If the our Mishnah, which is Aser, Chasis and Chasis, even min is even min b'mino. I guess if you're cooking truma onions with chulin onions or truma scallions with chulin scallions, not just if you're cooking truma onions with chulin scallions or vice versa. That which Rabbi Kiva's matir, the later on from the Mishnah, he says "Kamitz bashim zeim zem utorein elim abasar." That is the which yerek, the mashu is no matter what mutter, and that's also certainly true by kavush. So let's see here again. Chasimim b'mino Rabbi Kiva matir chayim osim. So later on, consistently with this part of the Mishnah. That part, making sense that part of Mishnah, this part of Mishnah, Rabbi Kiva will be matir. Chachamim aser. So Kiva will be matir any type of vegetables with the evidently mean b'mino specifically. In other words, even though this part of Mishnah asher's chasis mean b'mino, Rabbi Kiva will be matir mean b'mino. I guess if we have a milder, form of onion, let's say chives, with onions of Shuma, may Rabbi Kiva Aser as well. But Mimino, that Chacham here are Aser, and Rabbi Kiva would be Matir. Rabbi Yosef B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan said, Monachan Rabbi Kiva b'basar shu mutter. If you have case where is most of the time, most of the mixture is meat. Uh, um, well, that's the actually. No, never mind. Rabbi Yasser said in the name of Rabbi Yechon, Yekiva Aser meat which is cooked with Yerek Shel Truma, which we know from later on. Nevertheless, he's matir min b'mino barov. I feel barov even it's basar also basar heter. So it's min b'mino, it's basar barov. It's not b'nosin tam. And he also was mekabel hachomim our Mishnah Tanakama are more than this. They only ask min b'mino by chasis b'chasis where there's the sharp taste, but not by meat b'meat. Meat b'meat, basar b'basar. V'echad Rabbi Akiva basar basar shu mutar. Amar le Rabbi Zil Rabbi Yasser. Rabbi Yasser Rabbi Yasser ilu lo marto hada. Were you not to have told her this? Not that we disagree with you, but we wouldn't necessarily know. Loving in Adina and Duquesne, we wouldn't know that this is true because we would have said, well, meat is the raisa, so it should be chomer from Trumas Yerek. So it says more v'dima lo yisamis ela moeder abikil chom basa basa shoser. So and actually he's not so quick to be moeder this. He says maybe also you heard this wrong. Maybe you heard that Rabbi Akiva's moeder the chachamim by basa basa shu aser because it's more severe. I said Rabbi Avo b'shem Rabbi Yochanan moeder Rabbi Akiva chom basa basa shu aser. In fact, we have a shvuah in the opposite direction. It's Rabbi Avo and then Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi China Shemar Basra. Rabbi China learned it from the end of the Mishnah itself, where it says the Tanakh Omer Kol Mispashim says Mutar Kutzina Basar. Anything which is cooked with each other, Mima Minos Mutar, except for Basar. The Basar Hatter, she was cooked with Basar, Isser is Asar. So Rabbi Kiva is explicitly answering Basar with Basar, and therefore Rabbi Zira and Rabbi Vo correct, and not the contrary to Rabbi Asa. So in the end, we reject Rabbi Asa. And that brings us to almost the bottom. So we have to go a little bit further. Rabbi Shimon Omer Kruv Shel Shakla. Next part of the Mishnah. So that Rabbi Yosef said, Rabbi Natsavim Meimar Shel Baal Boleh. We would have thought that actually the one which is moist is Boleh, right? The one which is moist in front of the field, which is a rain field. Ma'ad Amar Ravuna, with that which Ravuna said, Sab min Iba the Vahav Le Pilpula. He said in a not specifically our case. He said in general. He said that he said take a fruit of a field, and so most fields are stable, because it says in Chumash and Dvarim Yirav, look at the time we b'shchisa ragel chavar teshet tabrim shama matar shamayim tishtamayim. So take from the ibam and it's still connected to the ground, and vahavli pipula and gave and put the moisture. Pipula is like the word says kamnaki lifluf in Shabbayin Mishnah Mikvos, moisture, mucus even, but it's moist. That's full of moisture. So so he says Samit Iba take from that which is connected and put the halapilpula and put it in for moisture. So it teaches us that the dry one's bolea. I guess he's saying take, if I understand correctly, he's saying take from the Paris Vertisoil, which will connect to the ground, and put it into the dry fruit for making moist. And that is evidence that it's not the moist is bolea, but the moist which is mavlia. Just check this. How he explains it here in the Artscroll. Taking the Krumima. No, so the way he translates it, based on the, he says, his child is based on the Moshe, Shas tells us, Yitzhak great Kavanaki leharchava. He does accept Lipilpula, meaning Lachluchish, like Lochush, like the Kavanaki, or which he's also playing Moshe. But even he says, the way he interprets it is take the cabbage from places connected to the ground, and you will have Lifula, and you'll feel that it gives a lot of moisture. But I think either way, right? You go the way I've learned that. Take it and put it in for moisture purposes. The main thing is that it's what's emitting, and the other thing is going to absorb. Okay, that brings us to the top of today's item now, so we will stop here for today.